Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and I wanted to talk about this Uranus North Node conjunction. So Uranus and the North Node have been in a conjunction for quite a while, and it will be exact at 0 degrees. They will meet up exact on July 31st, and so we're all feeling this energy, and I feel this really is bringing forward the most eye-opening energy for the year 2022. And so it's all about relationships with ourselves, relationships with others. And I think things are never ever going to be the same again once we reach that 0 point, that exact 0 point. And so we have all of these supercharged new and full moons that have been taking place. And so major reality checks and wake-up calls are coming forward. And so all of these astrological energies are kind of working together to flip our world upside down, especially when Uranus is involved. Whenever Uranus is involved with aspects, especially with the North Node, this is very karmic in nature. Uranus is the planet of rebellion, sudden changes, innovation, and so we're all being invited to open up our eyes is another message. At the very least, open up your eyes, take the blinders off, break free from any veils of illusion. And so this summer, this Uranus North Node energy is really relating to karma and our spiritual growth. And so this really is opening up an opportunity to pinpoint and to embrace our true destined karmic pathway this lifetime. And so this exact meetup on July 31st, we're going to be feeling this. We're going to be feeling this coming together. And then we're also going to be feeling the energies separating after the 0 point conjunction. And so what we really need to know is how to make the most of these electrifying transits and this upheaval, turning our life upside down, and how to kind of work in these energies. So Uranus in Taurus, the North Node in Taurus, it is fueling this great awakening. And we're awakening to our true values, what brings us security, what brings us comfort, and we are revolting against the mundane, the status quo, and we are embracing the future. This means major personal and relationship breakthroughs. And this has already been happening for a little while. And so Taurus is an earth sign. And so we're going to be feeling the effects of these awakenings all the way through to April in 2026. And I was shown that a couple of years ago. And so Uranus is such a slow-moving planet, and it's so far away from the Earth compared to like Mercury or Venus or Mars. And so Uranus is like this transpersonal energy. It's a transpersonal planet, and so it is also linked to our ancestral karma. And so we're going to be feeling this, society is going to be feeling this as a whole. It is also going to affect us all on a more individual basis as well, depending on if it's hitting your chart in a significant way or not. So I feel the Taurus energy is asking us to kind of be forward thinking. And there are going to be major shakeups happening that we cannot avoid, especially when it comes to the bull's energy. And the bull is all about security and finances and our true family values. And so Uranus is kind of here to shake us up, to break free from these old patterns individually and on a global scale. And so major epiphanies are going to be coming forward related to our relationships, our relationship cycles, what brings us a sense of security, and what we can do to define wealth from these higher perspectives. And so the North Node in Taurus then puts the South Node in Scorpio, and it's bringing up all of these themes. And so when we look at the North Node and the South Node, it's basically like these mathematical points in the sky where the moon orbits and intersects this plane, and it's like this eclipsing energy. And so what's not been quite apparent is going to be very apparent over the course of the next several months or so. And so the North nodes always move backwards throughout the zodiacs as well. So it's like this time to reassess. We went through the Gemini Sag axis, and now we're in the Taurus Scorpio axis. And so the nodes in our natal chart tell us the story of where we've come from, where we've been, the South node, and where we're moving towards karmically in order to achieve personal growth, which is the North node. And so Taurus and Scorpio, I think any major Taurus Scorpio placements are going to be challenged to think about how we want to show up for ourselves. How have we been showing up for ourselves? How do we foster our self-worth? And how can we be more self-sufficient, all while forming healthy, nurturing, intimate bonds with another? And so I kind of feel the Uranus energy is showing us where we've been resistant. And I feel the Taurus Scorpio axis is stirring things up so we can get super clear on what it is that we do value. So the Uranus North Node energy is going to host some fated, destined awakenings over the next little bit. And so get ready to open up your eyes. Get ready to be pushed into the future, into your karmic pathway, and get ready to identify what it is you need to do in order to get where it is that you are meant to be this life. And so this meetup is setting us up for some very shocking revelations, some very shocking spiritual moments. And many of us are going to be compelled to re-envision what it is that comfort means to us, what pleasure means to us, and to redefine our entire sense of personal security. And so because Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, that's a humanitarian air sign energy. It's also linked to, you know, social statuses. It's our community, our social structures. And so major realizations on how we want to show up for others, how we want to show up for the world when it comes to our mission. And we also have Mars and Saturn working with these energies, which can create a lot of hot-headedness and a lot of obstacles. And so with Mars energy, this masculine urge, I feel we're all being asked to face any frustrations. It's going to be very frustrating, and this is going to happen on the exact day of the meetup. And so get ready for some brilliant epiphanies. You might not know exactly where you need to go right away, but you're going to feel this deep urge to get in the car and hit that gas pedal and get moving somewhere. And so with Saturn working with all of these boundaries and restrictions, we're going to be squaring off with like a whole group is what it feels. We're all going to be nudged forward to fully commit to our own future, to put, you know, our nose to the grindstone, and to manifest the fruits of our labor. And we're going to also have a sextile to Venus, emphasizing connections in our lives, because Venus is all about love, finances, connection. So Venus is our intuitive nature. It's our compassionate nature. It's our deeply nurturing nature. And I feel all of this energy working together is urging us to embrace our own imaginative thinking, free radical thinking, and to really reassess our closest relationships, our closest bonds, to, you know, have that true perception to what beauty and money and happiness means to us. And so get ready to open up your eyes. I think the tides are turning, and this is truly a magical time for the collective. So I would like to pull into some energies to see what we can expect over the coming month, preparing for this exact conjunction. I think, yeah, we're all being asked to emerge as our true authentic self. So what kind of a reality do you want to create for your life? Because we all have the ability to go into our own childlike innocence, to see the world through the eyes of wonderment like a child does. And I also feel something definitely is unfolding worth celebrating for. And we're going to want to practice earthing, grounding, staying in the present moment, because there's going to be a lot of shakeups when it comes to foundations with the root chakra. So we're all kind of being asked to, you know, face that fear, to stimulate our passions, and to support building those secure foundations on the physical plane for the future. So what do you want to bring into the physical world, and what can you do well to manifest these solid foundations, because look at that. There's nothing to fear, guys. The universe truly is limitless when it comes to manifesting prosperity. And so we're all being supported to make our lives a little bit more enriching. But we do have to kind of align the mind, the body, and the heart with the soul if we are to allow our spirit to sing that highest resonance that we came here to embody. So this conjunction is inviting us to find our true expression and to understand that the universe always provides, and there really is nothing to fear when it comes to prosperity. So a lot is being integrated in the energies. I will make dinner in 1 minute, monkey. A lot is being integrated in the energies when it comes to honoring every aspect of ourselves. In a moment, please. So it's all about how we perceive ourselves. What is positive? What is negative? How can you balance the two? Because when we reach a place of non-polarity, non-duality, that is when everything can kind of magically fall into place. And so magic is alive in our lives. We have to be willing to see it. We have to be willing to embrace it. And we also have to be willing to expand beyond the 3D reality to move towards all of these possibilities and these positive expressions. And so a grand revelation, I feel, is what we're all in store for when it comes to our own beliefs. So let's see what else needs to come through, guys, when it comes to this message today. Look at that. Change, communication, and change is what came through. And so we kind of have to communicate what it is we want to bring into our reality. So I feel, get ready to receive a lot of incoming messages through the heart, through your center of truth, from God's source energy, as we embrace this balanced exchange and we step into these big changes. So karmic freedom, a lot of changing realities coming forward, and our outward world will always be a reflection of our inward world. And so what do you need to release when it comes to the old in order to birth the new? So I feel over the coming month or so, it is a time of going within, honoring our souls, allowing the possibility of this new reality to emerge. But we have to kind of embrace this moment of conception, and we have to incorporate our spiritual body with our mortal body. And we need to come into this deep understanding and awareness that the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. And so we're being asked to emerge from the cocoon. We are ready to spread our wings and fly. And I think we're ready to harmonize all of these frequencies between the head and the mind in order for us to embrace our optimal creative abilities. We all have the ability to create the life that we truly desire. So let's see what else needs to come through with the Starseed Oracle deck. Loosen your grip. This is also a very pivotal energy of going into any coping mechanisms. And where do you play into addictive coping mechanisms to not have to feel the entirety of your human existence? Because we can't stay in these very dense cycles of addictions, because it does prevent us from allowing God into our heart. And it's kind of time to jump in. Andromedan energy and Andromedan starseeds do hold the sacred keys for unconditional love. So are you ready to say yes to some big changes coming up? Are you guys ready to say yes to a brand new adventure? Because I feel we are on the precipice of birthing new earth, and this is what we came here, guys. So came here for, guys. So remember, we kind of got to run through our mind all of these information pieces that are coming forward. And we have to be willing to honor our truth when it comes to our soul memories. And so many of us are coming into this activation, coming into birthing these new creations, finding our true authentic expression. And we are being activated when it comes to our soul memories, our Akashic memories, and the gifts that we brought over, which is that South Node energy. The South Node is where we came from. This is what we've mastered in a previous lifetime. And so Now we're being asked to take that wisdom, bring it into the opposite energy of the North Node, and to build something new. And we need to remember we've done this many, many times over. So get ready to come into the remembrance of your true soul blueprint, your soul plan, because we are breaking free from these fated encounters and we are manifesting our destined karmic pathway. But in order to do that, we have to trust where we are being asked to go as part of this activation, and we need to be willing to forge and not follow. So are you a follower, or are you here to forge that new pathway forward? Because we are the creators of paving this new earth, paving this new path, and we are being asked to step up and to be those leaders. So do be prepared to come into some ancient Akashic memories of some sort when it comes to your hidden secrets, your hidden talents, any lost ancestral wisdom below the surface. But in order to do that, we kind of got to go really, really deep into healing that inner child. So my daughter wants a Happy Meal. When I'm done the video, Pookie. So we're tapping into our childlike gifts, our rare gifts, our talents, and we're going through this deep cellular healing through these activations, physical and emotional healing as we tap into all of our ancestral wisdom. And so I do feel we're all being asked to zoom out. None of this really matters in the 3D. And so where can we meet that common ground to shift that perspective? So let's get a couple more oracle messages from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And so deep replenishment. This is where we really go in. I know so many people are like, I'm so tired, and it's our souls that are exhausted. And so we need to be willing to rest, to retreat. We were not meant to be machines on go, on autopilot, day in and day out. So allow the universe to hold you, to mother you. And remember that we're here to have some fun. Go out and play and have some fun. Don't have to be so serious. I think so many of us on the spiritual journey, we are so serious, and we need to remember we're here to have a little bit of fun. So go out and play, have some fun, tap into that inner child, and trust in the divine orchestration taking place with this conjunction. So let's see if there's any other messages that need to come through before jumping in with the tarot when it comes to the North Node Uranus conjunction. Where are you being called to journey to? You know, fear keeps us stuck in that South Node, and we're so afraid to try something new, to take a leap of faith, to go in a new direction. I think we're all being called to journey towards our true soul family. But in order to do that, we have to take that leap of faith, and we have to go first. You have to trust that the universe will catch you. Many of us are coming into our highly empathic, sensitive nature, and this is also why we need to stay grounded as we call in our true soul family. And we know we don't have to do this alone. Many people come and go on the journey, and everybody divinely crosses your path at the most pivotal point for your expansive journey. So trust in that you don't have to go it alone. So let's grab a little bit of tarot and see what can we expect over the coming month or so as we prepare for this exact conjunction. I know we are going to want to get grounded. We're going to want to try and gracefully dance with these forever changing epiphanies, aha moments, because nothing will ever be the same again. Deep cellular healing is for sure taking place, and it is very painful to go into that physical and emotional body healing, but this is exactly what we came for. So victory, coming out of confusion, coming out of healing. And I feel with the Queen of Swords reversed, it's really asking us to release whatever's no longer working for us, because there is this resistance to closing out these cycles, because it is what we've always known, it's what we've always done. And so I feel somebody here really needs to think about what it is they want to manifest. And I also feel there is a need to face any past regrets when it comes to missed opportunities, and anything divinely ordained for you is never truly going to pass you by. So there is victory here. We are stepping into victory and success, but we do have to make wise choices when it comes to these insights. And so I also feel this energy of somebody resisting the insights coming forward, lying to themselves about a situation that is no longer serving them. Resistance to communication as well. The Queen of Swords reversed can be brash with her communication or does not know how to communicate well. And let's face it, if you don't have healthy communication in a relationship, it's bound to fail from the start. And so there is this feminine energy resisting these changes, resisting making a decision for the betterment. And there is this resistance to an ending that needs to die away. And so when we resist these endings that ultimately lead to a new beginning, we only hold ourselves back from everything that's meant for us. So there's resistance to this releasing of people that have been holding somebody back here, a feminine. It could be a masculine harnessing this feminine energy. But I feel somebody here very judgmental, very inexperienced with relationship communication and clinging to control, trying to create more difficulties than necessary. And I feel there's this lack of focusing on growth, which needs to be brought into somebody's attention, because there's resistance to closing out a cycle here, learning a lesson. And we cannot step into joyful accomplishments if we're resisting this pathway of spiritual enlightenment. There's no freedom in repeating the same cycles over and over again. It keeps you in this place of injustice, of lack of balance. And so there is a need to be impartial and objective throughout these energies. Why are you unwilling to stand up for what it is that you believe in? Because although we can try and see all sides to the situation, ultimately we have to ensure that we're coming from a place of integrity. And I don't feel this Queen of Swords in reverse has been coming from a place of integrity, which has created this lack of closure, this lack of balance. And there is a need to learn something new. And this Queen of Swords reverse has resisted releasing something that has closed out. So, you know, it's time to make that conscious release. I think, you know, the passion is gone. The spark is gone. There's no more enthusiasm. And so, which will block your creativity, which will block you from going after doing the things that will fuel your passion. And so it is time to learn something new, to start with that clean slate. And it might require breaking down something completely that you've been afraid to release, because the spiritual transformation is so frightening and there is nothing to be afraid of. So I feel it's kind of time to embrace learning something new. That mindset of a child, we can't keep playing into these mischievous patterns. And I also feel there is a need to address why somebody here has stayed stuck in a foundation that has created so much negativity. It's been grieving in a cycle with somebody, and resisting going towards true peace and contentment. And so maybe there was third party energy. You know, we can't keep focusing on what didn't turn out, or we're going to keep manifesting more cycles of things not turning out. And so where are you needing to stand up for yourself? Where are you needing to stand up for your true morals, your true beliefs, your true values? Somebody here needs to find confidence in themselves to maybe challenge people around them, but you're also going to want to choose your battles wisely, because there's still something hidden here. A hidden revelation is coming. Revelations over the next little while that will make everything crystal clear. But you're going to have to pay attention to the signs, the things, the details. You're going to have to listen to your intuition. You're not going to want to play into any fear-based energy. So release the worry, release the fear. And be willing to turn inward and meditate and to trust in the wisdom that you've been receiving, because somebody's not listening. So let's see what this world reversed is. There's a major cycle here trying to come to completion. But there's a committed partnership here needing to be released that there's resistance to walking away from. Pretending to be happy in a situation where there's nothing left to celebrate. Why would you keep yourself stuck in this mind space of unfounded fear when all you got to do is walk away. Somebody here knows it's time to move on from an ending, and there's resistance to the spiritual journey, resistance to making big life changes. I think somebody needs to pack up and leave a situation behind because it's not worth celebrating anymore. I feel a canceled engagement of some sort, and there is a need to walk away. Look at that. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Six of Swords reversed. And all this does keep creating is more challenging times ahead. And so things will not start to look up until we consciously choose to welcome relief into our life. And we do that by ending this period of depression, grieving, ill health. And we do that by traveling and locating somewhere new. And there's resistance to this. Resistance to this because maybe you're going to have to admit where you've made an unwise choice. But you can't stay in the shadows forever. You cannot stay in the dark night of the soul forever. There's a better way. Happiness is around the corner, but somebody here is losing hope. And this epiphany will lead you through a new doorway. But you cannot keep avoiding being accountable and coming from a place of integrity. We cannot keep playing into all of these questionable motives. We need to kind of put the past to bed and to close this cycle out if we want to bring relief into our life. There's always an opportunity for new happiness around the corner, but we have to get this burden off of our shoulders. If we want to release melodramatic situations within relationships, we cannot keep withholding communication. We cannot keep withholding making those smart, conscious, wise decisions. Things are not always just black and white. So let's see what this burden is. Something is dying away. There is a need for somebody to release a situation, a very toxic situation that has kept somebody confused about security. Definitely that financial security is coming up. Releasing a foundation that might have brought you a sense of security, but it's not brought you peace and contentment. Money isn't everything. Yeah, we need money to live. We live in a material world, but if you don't have contentment in your heart, all the money in the world will never, ever bring you what it is that you're seeking. So I do feel this is like a wake-up call when it comes to breaking free from any illusions of being entrapped in a toxic situation. It's about accepting responsibility for your situation and then making decisions that will support your pathway to happiness and success. So we're breaking free from addictions, unhealthy habits, unhealthy relationships, and it's kind of time to make a choice. And so decision time in order for us to move forward, because this is kind of where we've all been at. Back and forth, teeter-tottering on making a decision. Maybe making, a decision when it comes to sending a message about some past lies, where we've been refusing to take the next steps forward. We cannot keep juggling. Juggling's a game. We didn't come here to play games. We came here to build solid foundations. And so I think there's going to be some new insights coming in that we're going to have to review. I think there's going to be some lies exposed when it comes to what's been holding you back from taking those next steps forward. And it's kind of time to learn something new. So let's take a look at the moon, because there's still something hidden, a hidden revelation coming to the surface as we prepare for the 0 point. And whatever revelation is coming to the surface is going to create a lot of conflicting, opposing opinions. And so we're all being asked to walk away from drama, to release anything that's really not worth our time, our energy, and to stand up for ourselves, because we cannot keep avoiding planning long-term for the future. And it's kind of time to take those next steps and to embrace the healing journey, wishes granted. And so we're being asked to have faith that the future will be bright. And I dropped a card. That the future will be bright. And so all of these positive changes coming forward really are to end all of these challenging times for the collective. So I do feel light is at the end of the tunnel. And the closer we get to that 0 point, I think the more pressure we're going to be feeling. But this is where we receive that clarity and we're able to move forward full steam ahead. And that's what I got for the North Node conjunct Uranus channeling. I hope this helped, guys. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin soul reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.